just got these pins. I'm going to try to position this camera so you can. Okay. This is my beans. I need to get something to open this. Get the knife. Let's see. Like this. You can see what I'm doing. So I'm going to I'm trying to reset the camera. I need you guys to see everything that will possibly happen here. Sorry. I'm so sorry. This is what I'm going to be putting the beans inside. If you have a jerrycan, my jerrycan looks like this because I've been using it for a while now. I do this every year. So the thing is, grains are going up in price on a daily basis. So when you can, what I advise so you can just live seamlessly through the year is to go to bush markets, anyone closest to you, and get your beans. I got mine in Abuja, Nigeria from Buhari markets. Their market days are Tuesdays. So just let them take you to Buhari market. I got a mudu of these very beautiful beans. I don't know if you can see this, but I'll just try so you see it as. Let's see how. Okay, I'll raise the camera and show you the beans, but the beans is very clean. I got it at 1,800 naira each. 1,800 naira per mudu. My sister-in-law helped me to get this. Can you see how clean this beans is? Please look at it. It's very clean. Last year, I didn't get a good deal because I got my beans through someone in the village, and I thought that would be better and cheaper. But they ended up giving me dirty. These beans is very clean. Look at it. Lighting is failing me. Let me try and open the door. So, you guys, this is the beans I got. And so, like this, I'm going to hold this rubber like this. There's nothing in the rubber as we speak now. And this is broken. So if you're outside this country and you got beans to a particular quantity, I'm going to tell you 2 ways to keep your beans for as long as you want it to keep. Yes. You might be saying that, this one you are doing is for people that buy beans, plenty of beans. I don't need to buy so much beans like that because I don't eat beans. Don't worry, I got you. I'm going to tell you how to keep yours away from weevils. You guys, those things, they don't understand that beans is not very expensive. I say you should go to a village market because in the market close to my house, beans is still around 2.5, 2.8. So going to this market and sister-in-law got it for me. It saved me about 700 naira per each mudu, and I got almost 35 mudus. So it is advised that you make hay while the sun rises, so you don't start struggling to buy beans for when it has gone up. Please don't say I didn't tell you. I'm just going to keep doing this. I want to see how I can make my tripod go down a little bit so you guys can practically see what I am doing. At this point, I've not added anything to the rubber. You must not use a jerry can, please. If you don't have a jerry can, you could decide to use any airtight container you have in your house. Use it for your bean storage. This method is not just for beans. You can use it for bean storage. You can use it for to store different grains like your beans, your cereal, like beans and bambara nuts and other stuff. Yes, my mommy was a storage person, and so hence I understand. But if you have larger quantity and you're asking how am I supposed to store larger quantity when I buy like in bags and I want to do storage to sell, what you can do for larger quantities, that market you got your beans, they have chemicals they add to that. Now I'm not going to add chemicals to this because this is for home consumption. This is just for my house. I do this way, and it takes us through to almost the whole of the year. So if you know that what you are looking for is something that will last you through, and then for you to sell some of it, what you do is to make sure that you get a big drum, airtight drum. Whatever container you are using, just make sure it is airtight. Use that, pour in your beans. They will give you the chemicals. You are pouring at some point, you have to throw that chemical into the airtight container. Keep pouring, then you use chili peppers to seal it, dry chili peppers to seal it. I'm going to show you how I'll do this. I'm just going to put this in this airtight container now because I'm yet to get my chili peppers. So when I get the chili peppers, I'll do another live video to show you how we're supposed to go about it. 2025, we're going to be doing a lot of learning. I am someone that likes to stock up food storage so that through the year basic foodstuffs are already available in the house, so you don't start struggling. I'm saying you should get this now. I just told you that I saved about 700 naira. That's almost $1 per, that's half $1 per each mudu of I don't know how to explain to you guys, each mudu of beans I got. So it is a big deal. If you have 30k, you have 20k, go and get what you can get in bulk. Stuffs that people are buying now to keep, stuffs that you can keep and use for months, are stuffs like yams, beans, tomatoes. If you have big fridge, I'm going to teach you how I store my pepper and tomatoes in our next video. But when you get all this, I don't know about you, but for me, when I have all these things in the house, it kind of take off the pressure from my head. And so even though there's no excess money to do bulk shopping, I could just shop for the basics and that I will need, and then food is ready. So you guys, let's do this. You're just going to watch me stack up the whole of this bag. Of course, this jerry can will not be enough. I have some other jerry cans at the back of the house. I'm going to store this, but for now, excuse me. In my day-to-day life, Lord, you are the center of my life. In my going out, I'm coming. Okay, activated for work. You are the center. If you are just joining this live session, you are welcome. How have you been? How is the new year taking you? Drop your questions and I'm going to answer your questions. If you have a question to ask, anything about food storage in Nigeria, I promise you I don't know everything, but I could help you and tell you some of the things that I know. I plan on doing a video on how you can become a millionaire in 2025. Just if you have some money stashed away that you have not touched. I'm not going to expose all the juicy deals of that video here, but you are going to watch me do this. This beans is so fine, like very fine. I think the last time I did it, my baby was very small. I had to put him on a chair close to me. Oh, the things that mothers do. I put him on a chair close to me. Then last year, I bought bad beans, very bad. And one thing you have to make sure of is that the beans you are buying to store have to be very clean beans. You have to quickly pack them up when no weevil has entered at all. If there is as much as 2 weevils, allow it to air it a lot. Make sure you kill out all the weevils before storing. Because for beans, it is like one bad apple, one bad egg ruins the face. If the beans, some of them are spoiled already and maybe you are not aware, or maybe you knew, you just chose to ignore, I'm sorry. I'm very sorry, because it's going to ruin your whole bean. So what happened last year was my beans did not last because I got bad beans. And after separating them, I I got the few good ones, but I didn't know that weevil has penetrated into the few good ones too. So when I packed them into the jerry can, it affected my results because it couldn't stand up to the 48 weeks, up to the 2 year period it's supposed to stay. Growing up, we would always do this for my mom because my mom loved storage and she stored beans a lot. I remember there was one time in our lives where mom stored these beans and it was a very trying phase for us. She was going to have our last born. Things were very hard. And you guys, at that phase of my life, I hated, like originally as a child, yeah, I don't know about your kids, but I hated beans as a child. I used to tell myself that when I had my kids, I wasn't going to give them beans to eat because what is beans? What happened to other food? But time has taught me that you can't keep eating rice and pasta, and if you're in Nigeria, I feel like you don't really have to do it. Except those foods that you decide to try, and my children are not really open to trying new things, not even my husband is. I've had couscous in my kitchen. If you don't know what couscous is, if you know acha, is somewhat like acha. I've had it in my kitchen for more than 6 months now. I prepare to make it, but I get scared because my kids could just reject it or fall in love with it. That's just it. You know, when you say two things are involved, sometimes making a choice from those two things is not always easy. Yeah. Because if two things are involved, it only means that it is either you do one or you do the other. There's always consequences involved. So I'm just like, sometimes I don't want to make something that they will come and not like to eat, or they will leave it all to me to finish it. Yeah. So that's why I've not made couscous for a while. I think one of these days I'll try that. So back to my story. That period of our lives, you guys, beans was like the standard thing in the house. What we had. And it was those days when they taught us that beans was proteinous and beans would make you tall. And they will always say, you that don't like beans, eat beans so that you grow tall. Do you want to remain small forever? And I started eating beans. I hated it. But one thing that held us was the fact that at some point, my mom thought, oh, these kids are tired of eating beans. Okay, you guys bring out 125-liter jerry can of the beans and go and sell it. So we can buy the other food stuff that we do not have that we want to eat. So you see, beans became like gold that you have to sell to buy things that you don't have at the moment. I think I'm going to stop talking because it's getting me exhausted. But if I see questions, I will answer. In my day-to-day life, Lord, you are the center of my life. In my going out and coming in, you are the center of my life. 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 Lord, I thank you. You are the center of my life. 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 If you put and the jerry can looks like it's full, shake it and put it in. Shake it and put again. Shake it and put again. Make sure it is full, very full. So this is full. See, this is very full. So it's okay, some of them will fall around, you just pick them up. So this is for this. I'm just going to close this tight. So for those of you that say I don't buy much, how am I supposed to put just 3 noodles of beans into a jerry can like this? This is what you should do. If you get your beans, if you have Ziploc bags or you have airtight small container, let me see. Okay, this is what I use to put the ones I'm going to put for eating immediately, like the ones we consume in the house. I use this to pack them into I pack this full with beans and then I just drop it in my freezer or your fridge. You know that pests do not survive in a very cold environment. So what I do, I just pack them. If I'm not using that, I use Ziploc bags or I use nylon, very thick nylon. I tie them and put inside the freezer. Whenever I want to use it, I bring it out and take, and make sure I return it. Trust me, ensure the leather is very thick if you're using a leather, so water doesn't enter. The only risk associated with putting your beans in the fridge. In fact, there was a point where I would put a whole pint bucket of beans inside the freezer. It will keep your beans. See, no weevil will even know the address of your beans. It is because this was that much and I don't have so much of a big size freezer. I prefer to leave that thing inside the freezer. It will just be there whenever I want to use it. I bring it out. It's okay for it to get blocked. If you also get blocked, like when somebody is dry, it can be blocked. But I still bring it out. I use it. I've done that freezer owner. It has lasted me for about 12 months. Yes, I've put beans in the freezer for about 12 months. That year, I didn't get a lot of beans, so I just stacked everything I got. Or what I did, okay. Another thing you can do, you might say, okay, I have them in these kind of jerry cans, like 4 of it. And so when I open up to once start eating from one, once I start eating it, I see weevils enter. That is true. So another disclaimer is once you have airtight it like this, do not open it for any reason. The day you open it to want to start eating from that particular one, you have to distribute the remaining inside Ziploc bags or airtight small containers, or however you want to do it. But get the balance of what is inside the jerry can you have already opened, or the airtight container you have already opened, into your refrigerator. Because once you open it and weevils, I don't know how they do it, but once you open it, somehow weevils enter and they start feasting on your beans. You won't want weevils to feast on your beans. It's not a good experience, you guys. So if you have been watching this live section, thank you. Please drop your questions. We're going to come back again another day and tell you another secret hack for 2025 to combat against hunger, starvation, lack, and empty-handedness. 2025, my pastor has declared it our year of dominion, and we are dominating. And for winners, it's a year of the ever winning wisdom of God. So you guys take it from me. This is another winning wisdom. Have you watched our latest video, village cooking? I think you should go and watch that video. It is amazing. I filmed the video, and when I was watching it, I was laughing because it was every sense of hilarious fun and an experience for me. It is a video taking you from the city where you are to the village for you to enjoy the sweetness of life. I love you guys. So remember, I told you I love love. I love talking about relationship. I love talking about love. If you are wondering, oh, this will be too tedious for me, just make it a fun craft for you and your hubby. Hubby is busy right now. He's working from home. That's why he didn't join me. But you guys, I had fun spending this time with you. Thank you for not making this process a boring one for me, because I had you, yes, you to talk to, and I had you watching to listen to me. Thank you. Bye bye. See you soon.